coming to you live from Angkasa Puri. This is Updates at Noon, and I'm Renee Fong. In our top stories today, government to postpone 30 projects worth over 100 million ringgit. Prasarana procures 19 new trains for Kerana Jaya LRT line. The Dewan Rakyat was told today that the implementation of about 30 development projects worth over 100 million ringgit this year will be postponed. According to a minister in the Prime Minister's Department Economy, Datuk Sri Mustafa Mohamad, the postponement is needed as part of the government's cost-saving measure to sustain the rise of subsidy that has reached over 40 billion ringgit. Explaining further, he said this postponement will involve projects that have yet to begin the processes of procurement and advertising, as well as other non-priority projects.
Pihak Unit Perancangan Ekonomi, Kementerian Kewangan, Unit Penyelarasan Pelaksanaan JPM dan Jabatan Kerja Raya sedang mengadakan sesi lebar urus dengan semua kementerian dan jabatan sebelum keputusan muktamad mengenai projek-projek yang akan ditangguhkan dilaksanakan oleh kerajaan. Kerajaan akan memastikan langkah-langkah penjimatan yang akan dilaksanakan berikutan surat keliling bertarikh 14 Julai lalu tidak akan menjejaskan usaha pemulihan ekonomi negara serta kesejahteraan rakyat.
Speaking in response to Lembah Pantai MP Fahmi Fadzil's question, the minister added that a total of 7,243 development projects worth 75.6 billion ringgit were approved for this year. Tabung Haji will continue raising awareness to prevent future Hajj pilgrims from being duped by unlicensed company that offers Furada visa packages. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department Religious Affairs, Datuk Idris Ahmad, said a commitment was made to prevent Hajj visa scams that happen every year.
Berkenaan dalam untuk mengatasi perkara ini, maka sebab itu dalam hal seperti begini, perkara-perkara yang kita ingatkan kepada mereka yang hendak pergi dengan visa purada ini, untuk makluman, visa purada ini ialah visa yang diberikan oleh kerajaan Saudi melalui hubungan-hubungan baik yang tertentu yang tidak mempunyai kaitan langsung dengan tabung haji. Maka dengan sebab itu kita mengharapkan supaya orang ramai memilihlah syarikat-syarikat yang berlesen.
The minister added that Tabung Haji has taken immediate action against the companies involved with Hajj scamming activities after receiving reports lodged by the victims. He said this year only 22 Hajj operators were given license to manage Hajj and Umrah pilgrimages. The Central Forest Spine Master Plan for Ecological Linkages, PIRECFS, the main policy relating to town and rural planning, was approved as the guidelines for planning and physical development of forests within Peninsular Malaysia. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said this is to protect forest areas within Peninsular Malaysia so that there will be a physical link that connects the forests in the Central Forest Spine areas, in line with the vision of reconnecting the forests. Explaining further, the Premier said the master plan was an initiative to connect 8 major forest complexes located in Kedah, Perak, Kelantan, Terengganu, Pahang, Johor, Selangor and Negeri Sembilan. He also revealed that the master plan had also identified 39 ecological linkages to connect forest areas or forest islands, which were separated due to forest fragmentation. According to him, the master plan would be able to reduce human-wildlife conflict by ensuring that the natural wildlife corridors from one forest area to another would not be affected by development activities. In addition, he said Malaysia's pledge at the Rio Earth Summit 1992 to maintain at least 50% of its land mass under forest and tree cover would also be achieved through the implementation of the master plan with the commitment from the federal government and state governments involved.
Prasarana Malaysia Berhad will receive 19 new trains for the light rail transit LRT Kelana Jaya line to be adopted in stages until December 2024. The procurement under the Kuala Lumpur Additional Vehicle 27 KLAV 27 project is worth 1.72 billion ringgit and was first implemented in 2017.
Transport Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Wee Ka Siong said through KLAV 27, the supply contract was awarded to Harta Suma Sdn Bhd. He said Harta Suma had handed over 8 new 4-car trains last year, with the remaining trains scheduled to be delivered from July 2023 to December 2024.
Ini dalam peringkat terakhir kita menyiapkan dan juga melakukan ujian seperti mana yang disyaratkan. We have received 19 more, 19 more in stages.
According to Datuk Sri Dr. Wee, the additional trains would shorten the waiting time, especially during peak hours. He also said through KLAV 27 project, local involvement in the industry had increased by 45%, and it would ensure that Malaysia will become a country which has skills and expertise in the industry.
Malaysia's total trade recorded double-digit growth of 43.4% year-on-year in June 2022 to reach a new high of 270.4 billion ringgit. Chief Statistician Datuk Sri Dr. Muhammad Uzair Mahidin said exports grew 38.8% to 146.2 billion ringgit in June, expanding for the 22nd straight month since September 2020, while imports surged 49.3% to 124.2 billion ringgit.
Datuk Sri Dr. Muhammad Uzair said exports were lifted by the upbeat performance of domestic exports and re-exports. He further explained that the rise in exports was mainly due to higher exports to Singapore, amounting to 9 billion ringgit, followed by the United States with 3.9 billion ringgit and the European Union with 3.5 billion ringgit. As for imports, Singapore was also the top growth contributor with an increase of 8.8 billion ringgit in value, followed by China with 5.8 billion ringgit and Taiwan with 3.6 billion ringgit. Datuk Sri Dr. Muhammad Uzair also revealed that the country recorded the 26th consecutive month of trade surplus since May 2020, but the surplus in June shrank by 0.8% to 21.9 billion ringgit as imports grew faster than exports.
The government has allocated 140 million ringgit to upgrade Hospital Sultanah Aminah HSA in Johor Bahru. Johor State Exco Ling Tian Soon said the upgrading works, including electrical and systems at the hospital to be implemented from next month, would take 3 years to complete.
Ling said included in the upgrading works at HSA would be the electricity supply from 6.6 kilovolts kV to 33 kV, to building's automatic system, fire prevention and information technology.
Kita akan buat secara berfasa, dan pada fasa pertama mungkin kita akan buat secara face to face, mungkin berperingkat mengikut tingkat-tingkat yang ada. Kita akan pindahkan pesakit ke ward lain ataupun pindahkan pesakit ke hospital lain supaya mereka dapat menerusi rawatan mereka, tapi pengoperasian hospital akan diteruskan.
Meanwhile, the Exco members said the rise in cases of respiratory tract infections such as influenza-like illness, ILI, and upper respiratory tract infections, URTI, among children has caused the children's wards at hospitals in Johor to experience some congestion. However, she said the bed utilization rate of 13 government hospitals in the state was still under control at 76% of the total of 5,307 beds.
Malaysia and Bangladesh will strengthen cooperation in various fields in conjunction with the 50th anniversary celebration this year of diplomatic relations between the two countries. The commitment to further enhance the bilateral ties was stated by Prime Minister Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob through his official Facebook post.
According to Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri, the bilateral cooperation between the two nations covered trade and investment, digital economy, human resource, as well as employment. He said these were among the matters discussed when he received a courtesy visit from Bangladesh's Foreign Minister, Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen, at Parliament Building yesterday. The Premier further explained that they also discussed and agreed to immediately solve the issue of hiring workers from Bangladesh. The Prime Minister also expressed hope that the Malaysia-Bangladesh relations will continue to prosper and remain strong.
Still to come in sports, MFL gives Super League as super expansion. Stay with us. The Malaysia League will be restructured from the 2023 season onwards, with 18 teams instead of 12 currently featuring in the Super League and the Premier League discontinued temporarily. Through the revamp, a reserve league will be introduced from next season, with all 18 teams involved in the 2023 Super League required to field under 23 sides for development purposes.
Malaysia Football League MFL President Dato' Abdul Ghani Hassan said all 21 stakeholders comprising the 12 Super League teams and 9 Premier Leagues representatives have agreed to the restructuring during an extraordinary general meeting yesterday. He said the revamp, among others, offered more game time and more competitive matches to players, besides raising the commercial value of the domestic league, thus benefiting all parties. The M-League revamp will see each Super League team playing 34 matches per season from 2023 onwards, compared to just 22 matches currently. The revamp from next season will see all 6 club sides in the Premier League gaining promotion to the Super League, with the bottom 2 having to go into a playoff against the 2 top sides in the amateur level M3 League. If the teams from M3 League manage to qualify for the Super League next season, they will have to complete the club licensing process that will be evaluated by the MFL.
The Malaysian National Silat Federation Pesaka are eyeing a 7-gold haul at the World Silat Championships 2022 at the Melaka International Trade Centre in Air Keruh, Melaka from 26 to 31st July. Pesaka President Dato' Megat Zulkarnain Omadin, however, does not want to put undue pressure on the 36 national exponents.
Among the local big names set to compete in the championships are 3-time world champion Muhammad Al-Jufri Jamari, Muhammad Fauzi Khalid, and 2021 Hanoi SEA Games silver medalist Siti Rahman Muhammad Nasir.
Berdasarkan kepada itu, kita hanya menyasarkan 7 pingat emas untuk kita raih daripada 32 acara yang akan kita pertandingkan. 13 silat olahraga untuk kategori lelaki dan 11 silat olahraga daripada kategori wanita, dan silat seni 4 daripada setiap kategori lelaki dan wanita, bermaksud 24 untuk kategori silat olahraga dan 8 daripada kategori silat seni, dan ia menjadikan 32 acara menjadi rebutan.
Meanwhile, Dato' Megat did not rule out the possibility of Malaysia facing a stern test from the other countries after the tournament took a 2-year hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This is the second time that Malaysia will be hosting the World Meet after the 2007 edition in Kuantan, Pahang.
Why do we tell you stories?
Relevant,
New,
efficient,
accurate.
reliable. We bring you extraordinary stories from around the world, from politicians, bankers, and even your favorite celebrities. This and many more on RTM's English News.
The ends updates at noon. Making the headline today, government to postpone 30 projects worth over 100 million ringgit. Tune in to news at 10, coming up at 10 p.m. on saluran Berita RTM, or you can stream the channel on YouTube or RTM Click web portal and mobile app. Thanks for watching. I'm Renee Fong. Stay tuned to TV2 and have a pleasant afternoon.